My name's Amelia Dauphney. I'm from Bedeck, Nova Scotia. I'm a mom of four boys, the youngest being 9 and the oldest being 12. And we have a set of twins who are actually 10. So we live in a pretty busy household. I used to be a continuing care assistant, but last year I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So I'm currently a stay-at-home mom, I guess, since my diagnosis. Things have been a little more difficult, so I'm not able to work right now, which is fine. I'm enjoying the kids, and sure, it actually happened overnight. Everything was fine, and I went to sleep, and I woke up and I was numb from the chest down on both sides. I went to my doctor, and the word he used was bizarre because he just couldn't wrap his brain around that happening. Within 4 days, I was admitted to hospital because I could barely walk. They had me in a wheelchair, and so that prompted them to do an emergency MRI, and that's when they discovered, within a week, they had me diagnosed with MS, which is pretty amazing because a lot of people suffer for 5-10 years with all these little things and before they get their diagnosis. So we were able to start treatment within 3 months of my diagnosis to help slow down the process, hopefully. And when it came back as MS, it was almost like we were relieved because it was something that we could live with. With the boys, like, they understand now, but it's hard to explain MS to even an adult, let alone a kid, because one day I may be fine and then the next day I might be bedridden. So it's a very complicated disease, but the kids, they understand if I'm resting, then they need to leave me rest, and they're starting to pick up on things. Yeah, my husband, Jeff, he has been my rock. If it wasn't for him, I don't know. I don't know if things would have went as well as they did. When I got diagnosed, I came home and he said, all right, we're going to let it all out tonight and cry and be angry. And he said, and then tomorrow we're moving on and we're just going to take it one day at a time and live with it. So he's been great. He does all the cooking here for me and the kids. And if I'm having bad days, he picks up all the slack. And the kids, actually, we taught them how to do a lot of things for themselves as well. So they've been a great help too. Even neighbors up here, like dropping off, when I first got diagnosed, dropping pies off at the door. And another lady dropped off ice packs because I'm heat intolerant. So in the summertime, I sleep with ice packs. So she was dropping off ice packs that she found that she thought would help. And my community as a whole have been wonderful. Yeah, well, we live in a really small village. So the word is going to get around regardless. So I wanted it to be in a positive way instead of people hearing it and feel bad for me and feel bad for our family. So it was getting around, but I went on social media and I put it all out there, and I just said, don't worry about us. We got this, and everything's okay. And I do have an Instagram account, and it's my whole MS journey. And I post foods that I eat and products that I try and things like that, just to it's nice to have other folks with MS. We all kind of share with each other and support each other. So that's my way of doing that, I guess. The diagnosis itself was hard, but since being diagnosed, everything has been positive. My doctors, my neurologist, everybody has been like 5 stars. And there's so much help. Like, everybody wants to help, even down at our local grocery store at the co-op. If I go down and get groceries, they're trying to get people to take my groceries out to the car. Like, everybody is just really supportive and awesome. And I really can't think of anything that would make it better unless they found a cure. And that, it's one day at a time. They call it a snowflake disease because everybody is completely different and they don't know what's going to happen one day from the next. So it's just one day at a time, and that's fine. It could always be worse. Somebody else is always going to have it worse. And MS, it's not terminal. So you can live with it. You can still have those days with your husband and your kids, and they might be tough, but you still have them. So there's always hope, right? Things can get better, and a lot of times they do. So that's how we look at it anyway. We just kind of keep on pushing on and enjoy the time that we have together, because we have that time.